So today it is May 11th. It's the day before Mother's Day. And as I'm still just dealing with a lot, I thought I would just share one of my fondest memories of my mom as our family is entering our 5th year without having my mom here for Mother's Day. She passed away late December of 2019, and this would mark the 5th year. And this is the first time I've experienced a loss so great that there's markers like this. Like, I'm the kind of person, even though I've lost other key people, like big people like my dad, my stepdad, and the other people that I'll maybe talk about in the future, this hits different. I low-key probably hate Mother's Day more than anything. I'm still like in this weird headspace about it. And I do my best to celebrate my mom. I really do. Sometimes I go to Chipotle's, and the reason why is because for Mother's Day, I could never really afford to take my mother out for dinner. My mom was that kind of woman, like she would just order appetizers, desserts, 2 dishes. The bill would be, and I'm not exaggerating, $100, $200, and then she would be like, and she would barely eat it when she gets home. And so my stepdad was able to do that. I could not afford to just burn money on food that she's not even going to eat. So I said, Mommy, how about I treat you to Chipotle's? And it somehow became a thing for a couple of years. And then, or, you know, we would treat her out to a movie. She used to like Marvel movies and stuff. And, you know, going out to the movies was one of our things. So sometimes I'll do Chipotle's and watch like a Star Wars movie in remembrance of her. But it still legitly sucks not having her here, just missing her. You know, she had a beautiful spirit. And I wish I had more Mother's Days with her, to be honest. I wish I was scrambling around New York trying to figure out what to get her. But she was kind of easy. Either I would give her gadgets, we're very similar in that way, or you know, she would give a heavy hint about what she wants, and you know, I would always be able to pick up on it. But the one story, the one memory that comes to mind about my mom that applies to my life now is the time she was training me how to like ride my bike, and I struggled to ride my bike. My sister beat me, my little cousins beat me. You know, I'm the oldest of all the cousins and the siblings, so everybody was figuring it out except for me. So my mom, she takes off my training wheels and she said, Trisha, you have to learn how to ride your bike without the training wheels. So I said, Mommy, it's too hard, I can't do it. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna run and hold your bike, and I'm gonna let go, but don't tell you I let go. She goes, I know you can do it. So she did just that. And I remember I turned around, and the minute I realized she wasn't holding my bike, I fell and I scraped up my leg really bad. And she goes, why did you fall? And I said, because you wasn't holding me. And she said, Trisha, I'm not going to be able to hold you. You have to learn to ride the bike without me. So this is the chapter where I learned to figure out life without her. It's hard, but I'm doing it. I took her for granted. I took her strength, her knowledge, everything for granted. And I thought my mom would live a long time. I just thought minimum she'll make it 70s, hopefully 80s. Everybody hopes their parents live long, healthy, beautiful lives. And I appreciate that lesson, though, because every time I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I think about the bike and this long day of her running up and down the block just so I could learn how to ride the bike without the training wheels. And eventually I got it. So if your moms are still alive, if if you can't afford to fly out to them, FaceTime them. You know, for if you have the means to go see them, please go see them. Or talk on the phone with them all day. Do the best that you can, you know. Some of our moms are far away. And if you guys have broken relationships with your mom, try to fix it. You know, give them grace. You know, our moms used to be us, and think about how we were before we grew up. You know, our lives were our friends and our boyfriends and eventually our fiancés and husbands. You know, give them that grace that they make mistakes and sometimes they don't do the best decisions. You know, they're humans. You know, I was lucky. My mom wasn't perfect, but she was a really good mom. I wouldn't change anything about her. If anything, I see her as a superhero and all the stuff she's endured to make our lives possible. I appreciate her more and more and more each day. The more that I'm like living in her shoes and trying to figure things out for the family, I'm like, yeah, my mom was really a badass, you know.
The power just died on the main camera. Plus, I'm crying like a baby, so I'm just going to like end with saying rest in peace to my beautiful mom. I miss you so much. You meant the world to me, and I hope I'm making you proud. Love you, Mama, and happy Mother's Day for those who get to still celebrate in that way. Bye, y'all.